Hello, welcome to or back to my channel. My name is Angel. Thank you for stopping, thank you for clicking, and thank you for watching. So today I've decided to do another VR to Marlena Teresa, hashtag Tarot to the Extreme, round 2. So I already did round number 1 quite recently, about 2 weeks ago, and yeah, I decided to jump in and do round 2 as well. Okay, so this hashtag is all about comparing the opposites of your tarot collection. So we're going to get straight into this with the first prompt, which is modern decks versus vintage decks. And my modern deck that I've chosen out of my collection is the Sacred Sisterhood Tarot. These are the backs. Now this deck gives me really a real autumn vibe. I'm working with this deck at the moment. I haven't been working with it very long, but I'm liking what I'm getting so far, should I say. So this deck is yeah, it's a definite feminine, a strong feminine energy in the deck, I'm going to say. I really enjoy the colour palette. It's quite reserved. And I usually really like a lot of colour in my decks, but I really enjoy this. So this is my deck for November. And as I mentioned, it's yeah, it's all female presenting characters. So that's my first deck. That is my modern deck in my collection. Okay, we're moving on to vintage decks, and the vintage deck that I've decided to show from my collection is the Conolly Tarot, and these are the backs, and these are the cards. Now this one is still in order, it's back in order. If you watched any of my videos, you'll know that when my decks go out of rotation, I put them back into order to reset the deck, as it were. So this one's out of rotation until the next time we work together. Now I really enjoy this deck. I really like the way the skies are painted, and I like the images generally. It's very Rider-Waite-Smith, and I really enjoy the cherubs, I'm going to call them, or like the angels that appear in this deck. I'm not able to find any more now. Now I've said that. I promise you, they do appear within the deck, throughout the deck. Here we go, here's some more. Yeah, so yeah, I definitely get a vintage vibe from this deck. As I mentioned, I love the colours, I love the vibrancy. So yeah, that is the Conolly Tarot. Let's do a bit of a comparison. Let's do this, and let's bring back the Sacred Sisterhood Tarot, which is here. Okay, let's have a looky here then. So that was the first prompt, modern versus vintage. Okay, let's move along to the second prompt. The second prompt is new moon versus full moon. And my new moon deck that I've chosen is this one. This is the Power Moon Tarot. No, switch that. The Moon Power Tarot. I always get that wrong. These are the backs. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. These have got beautiful gilding on as well. Me and this deck have not been getting along very well, but we've discussed it and we've decided to work through it, and we're going to do our best to, you know, work together. No, I've mentioned in a different video that this one doesn't speak to me as loudly as I would like it to. So I'm trying to work a lot closer with this one, because I think it's a really beautiful deck. I really love the images. This gives me a new moon vibe, I think, because of the black skies, the cosmic feel. So this is a definite new moon vibe for me. Beautiful images. So there we go. That's my new moon deck. Let's move on to full moon deck. Now this deck made an appearance in my last video response to this tag, and this is the Moonchild Tarot. This appeared as my worst shuffle, unfortunately. The cardstock is very nice to, you know, to touch, but it's a bit of a pain in the bum to shuffle, unfortunately. Anyway, we're not talking about cardstock today. We're talking about the images. This is definitely my new moon deck. Same again. I love the art style. I love the colour palette. I really enjoyed the images. I like the Egyptian influence in some of the cards. Sorry about the noise. My cats have decided to start playing. Typical. They've been quiet until I've decided to press play. What's this? What's this? Shabby. Okay. So this is the full moon deck, the Moonchild Tarot. Let's do a wee bit of a comparison. Let's do this. These have got beautiful gilding, by the way. Okay, let's bring back the Moon Power Tarot and let's do a bit of a comparison, see what we think. What do we think? What do we think? I love this card. I think it's beautiful. I love the Magician. Oh, amazing. And I love the Fool as well. Yeah. So there we go. That is new moon versus full moon. Okay, let's pop these out of the way and let's move along. Let's see here, cute versus creepy. Now the cute deck that I decided to choose was this one, which is the Tarot of Curious Creatures. These are the backs. This is a mass market deck, and these are the fronts, and these are just so cute, in my humble opinion. Now I've shown this deck previously on my channel as well, and I've mentioned before that I really like how the figures, or the characters in the cards are coming out of the cards, out of the borders. You'll see here. I really like that detail, like they're stepping out of the cards towards you. I think that's a really great detail. So these are just so cute, and they're just so colourful, which, you know, colour me happy and all that. It's beautiful, and I love this one. Such a sweet card. So yeah, that is my cute deck. Let's move straight along to my creepy deck. And my creepy deck, which I'm going to show you in just a wee second, is the Macabre Tarot. These are the backs. This is also a mass market deck. These are gilded. Now this is also a new deck in my collection. What was I going to say? I was going to say something then, and that's completely gone out of my mind. So I'm just going to show the cards, and hopefully it will pop back in. So this for me definitely ticks the creepy box. I'm being drawn more and more also to these kind of decks and these kind of images whereby there's, you know, space around the image to allow you to take in what's going on, and to, you know, I feel to allow you to breathe. Yeah, I feel they're a lot calmer, these images, than, you know, lots going on, bombarding the senses. So these, as I said, these are the kind of decks that I'm gravitating towards at the moment. These dark entities, I think they're very creepy. I really do. I mean, look at this chariot. I mean, holy moly. And the sun, I mean, you know, that usually makes me happy seeing that card. This just freaks me out. So, yeah, that is the Macabre. And this, I mean, I love bunnies. I love hares, but I wouldn't want to meet this one on a dark night. I mean, that's just creepy. Creepy and kooky. So let's bring the other one back. Let's have a bit of a comparison. Let's do this and let's do this. And let's have a flick through. I mean, look at this. I mean, what's going on? So there we have it. I feel that, you know, both of the decks individually tick both of the boxes. Cute and creepy, most definitely. Yeah, there we have that one. Okay, let's carry on with the next prompt. Okay, the next prompt is on my table versus in my bag. We're going to start with on my table. On my table at the moment is a deck that I got recently, a Kickstarter that I backed. This is the Tarot of Oneness. These are the backs, obviously, and they've got really beautiful peach gilding or edges on the card, which I think is really, really beautiful. Matches the cards really, really well. These are the images. This is the actual image that pretty much swung it for me for this deck. I'm not a massive Orca fan, but this card just completely spoke to me. And I've done a walkthrough of this deck on my channel, and I mentioned that even though, you know, this card swung the deck for me, and that's why I backed it, I wasn't disappointed by any of the cards at all. You know, they met and exceeded my expectations. I think this is a really beautiful, beautiful deck. Enough of that. Let's get into the cards and have a quick looky. I mean, look at this. The Nine of Swords. This is just amazing. Hoping you can see these creepy figures. And this Ten of Pentacles. It's just beautiful. I've mentioned before the Ten of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. Even the Knight of Cups and the Page of Swords are the cards that I look for before purchasing a deck, and even the Tower card, actually, to some extent, to be honest. I do like the Tower card. This deck has got several extra cards in as well. I mean, look at this Devil. He's just drawing you in, seducing you. I love it. I love it. Really great deck. So, yep, this one is definitely on my table at the moment. Look at this. Love, love, love. And I really like this Four of Pentacles. I love the perspective of this. And the court cards have been renamed. So this is the Knight of Cups. So that is on my table, the deck that I chose for that prompt. In my bag, we're moving along, and that is going to be the Stoller Tarot. These are the backs. This is also a mass market deck. I've edged mine in like a metallic silver colour. And I chose this one because the Stoller Tarot comes in a tin, and you know, it completely makes sense to me that the deck you would have in your bag would be in a tin, obviously to keep your cards safe. So this was a perfect choice as far as I was concerned. So let's take a look at the cards. They're quite small as well, which I like. They really fit well in the hand and they shuffle really well. Yeah, the suits have been changed in this deck. The balloons are the pentacles. The spoons are the swords, the buckets are the cups, and let's have a look. What are we missing? We're missing the wands, and they are the brooms. There we go. They're the brooms. Love this deck. Makes me smile every time I get it out. Love the images. So yeah, that is the Stoller Tarot. Let's have a wee bit of a comparison. Let's bring the other one back. There we go, there's that one. And here is the Tarot of Oneness. Okay. I'm not convinced they're gonna you know, pair well together, but who knows, that they could surprise us. Look at this, so cute. Oh, so sweet. I love this, awakening for judgment instead of judgment. I love that. Spirit of Wands, beautiful. That's the Queen of Wands. And this, you know, dragging something uphill or trying to stop something, you know, pulling you back, or I love that. I think that's a great interpretation. Anyway, we're not talking about that. We're talking about, we're looking at the comparison. Sorry. So yeah, I really enjoyed both decks. Firm favourites in my collection. So there we go. Let's pop these out of the way. We're moving on to the next prompt, which is realistic versus fanciful. And the realistic deck that I chose is actually another Kickstarter that I backed. This is the Out of Hand Tarot. Here, these are the backs. These are also gilded in a beautiful, like, mustard yellow colour. I love mustard yellow. Love, love, love mustard yellow. Okay, and these are the fronts. So this really does, you know, this really, you know, what's the word? Speaks. No, not speaks. What am I trying to say here? I'll get back to you. I'm going to start showing the cards. I'm having a bit of a brain fog today, which is not the best time to possibly be filming a video. But hey ho, we're here now. We're in the middle of it. We're doing it. We're living the dream. Love this Tower card. So, so good. Yeah, I mean, these cards just speak to me of everyday, you know, everyday happenings. I mean, you know, somebody at the gym, this is very, very realistic, which is exactly what the prompt asked for. Family night, love this. I love this death card. I think it's amazing. Amazing. I haven't worked with this deck yet. I didn't receive it long ago, maybe like 2 weeks ago possibly. So this one will be worked with soon, I think probably in December. But obviously I've looked for the cards several times because I really enjoy the images. So there we have that one. That was the Out of Hand Tarot. Let's look at my fanciful deck that I chose. And that is the Förhäxa Tarot. These are the backs. I think this is an indie deck, but don't quote me on that. And these are the edges, which I edged in like an orange colour to match this colour on the back. So this gives me a definite fanciful. I can't even speak. You see how it is today. A fanciful feel. Beautiful images. I love these antlers going on here. So, so beautiful. Very feminine energy again with the deck. So, so beautiful. So let's bring the other one back and we'll take a look at them together. So realistic versus fanciful. What do we think? I love this card. Look at this with the snake skin. That reminds me of a funny story. I think I've mentioned before that I don't live in an English-speaking country. I moved from England about 16 years ago. Anywho, that's by the by. I was working with a colleague during the summer. I actually work at a leisure centre, and the leisure centre is closed due to renovation at the minute. So I'm going to say I'm working for like the council, as it were, or I was during the summertime outside. I was taking care of the flowers and planting flowers during the summertime. Anyway, my colleague was also working for the council, and they don't speak the language we speak here either. They are also from a different country, and they were trying to say that when they were out one day cutting the grass for the council, they came upon a snake skin which they found, but instead of saying snake skin with the problems with the language and translation, they said that they had found a snake dress, which we all thought was completely hilarious because, you know, snakes don't wear dresses, do they? But obviously they meant a snake skin. Anyway, that was completely irrelevant. But, you know, maybe that's called oversharing. Who knows? What do we think? Do they work together? I like this. And I love the Tower card. And I love this Sun card, actually. I think they're both very beautiful. Yeah, so that is that. I love me some snake energy in the cards. I don't like snakes in real life. I try to be brave, but they freak me out. But I do like the snake energy in the card, and I love this the antlers going on here in this card. Yeah, okay, so sorry, my story about the snake dress has completely thrown me. I wasn't intending to share that. Just that card came up and it just reminded me of that story, and I was, you know, forced to tell you. Okay, we've got one more prompt left. Let's do this. Quiet versus loud. Okay, so my quiet deck that I chose is an indie deck, and that is the Spacious Tarot. It's the backs. I haven't edged mine. I really like this deck. This is the deck or one of the decks I use for my self-love practice. I really enjoy it, as the name suggests, that there's a lot of space going on in the cards. It gives you a chance to kind of or imagine yourself in the card, which I really enjoy. As I mentioned before, I've also kind of gravitated recently to these kind of cards, which is, you know, there's less going on in the actual image. So yeah, I find this deck really, yeah, I'm going to say gentle. I find it really gentle and calm and quiet, but not in a bad way. I just really enjoy the readings I get from this deck. Sorry if you can hear my kitty cat. Hey, baby. So that is the Spacious Tarot, and that is my quiet deck. Let's have a look at the deck that I chose for my loud deck. That will be this one, which is the Uncommon Tarot, which is a mass market deck. It's been edged in silver gilding. This was a pre-loved deck, but not unloved by me. These are the images. Now, this deck for me is a loud deck because I find the images quite busy and intense, which I interpret as loud, as loud. And the readings that I get from this deck are really direct. They're like, you know, I'm not going to say they slap you in the face, but, you know, they don't sugarcoat things. This deck doesn't sugarcoat things, and I would not pull this deck out if I was feeling vulnerable. This would not be the deck I chose. So that, in combination with the actual images, that there's, you know, quite a lot going on, I find this deck quite loud. You know, I'm not complaining. I like having a variation of decks in my collection that give me different readings and have different voices. And I really enjoy the artwork of this. Love this Tower card. Love. So yeah, that is the Uncommon Tarot. Let's have a looky, shall we, with let's have a look here with the Spacious Tarot. Now, I've got an inkling that these are going to work really well together, and I think they're going to work well together because there's less going on here and more going on this side. Not in a bad way, and I think it's going to make a good combination. But, you know, who knows? I could be completely wrong. Love this card. It's beautiful. I think this really works, you know. Less is more and all that. Yeah, I think this could be a really good pairing. What are we thinking? Yeah, I like this. I do. I like this. What are you thinking? Put your comments in the comment section. Let me know if you think this is a good pairing or not. I think it's going to be worth looking into. I mean, I like this. Sorry, you can hear my kitty cat. He wants a cuddle, which he's going to get very soon when I press stop. Oh, yeah, I like this a lot. Oi, now we're dropping cards. That wasn't very good. Okay, so that was the last prompt. Let's do this, and let's do this. So that went quite quickly. I'm hoping that I didn't miss any prompts out, because that felt like it went really, really quickly. But you know, I'm going to trust that I mentioned all the prompts and I showed all the cards that I was intending to show. What say you? What would be on your list if you were going to be choosing decks for this hashtag? Let me know in the comments. I'd really like to know. It's always nice to hear from you. Yeah, I think I'm going to wrap this up by saying, you know the drill. Have a good morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are in the world. Take care. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you the next time. Bye.